In the next expansion, War Within will get dynamic flight for a 3-digit amount of old mounts, and because of that, I've compiled 10 of those that are very easy to obtain in this video. Anyway, let's begin. We'll start off with two relatively new mounts from the Time Rifts, the ScourgeBound Vanquisher and the Fellstorm Dragon. Time Rifts are a rather new public event that occurs in Pterrordax at this location once every hour on the clock. When participating in the event, you'll face a boss at the end, which has a chance to grant you a mount, but you also gather a currency called Paracausal Flakes, which you need 3,000 of to purchase a Time Rift mount of your choice. The most time efficient way to get the flakes is simply by doing the event once a week and complete the weekly quest, which grants you 1,000 flakes. You can also just grind the event every hour for about 500 to 750 flicks every time, totaling in about 20 minutes of playtime for a mount if you do the event weekly, or 2 hours if you decide to grind them out. Next up, we have the Scarlet Pterrordax. This one is Horde only, and simply reach level 30 as a Horde character and visit Dazar Alor, and you'll get the quest A Time to Fly. Just hand it in and get your mount. As mentioned, this can only be obtained if you play Horde, and unfortunately can only be used as a Horde character as well. The next mount on our list is the Albino Drake from leading the Cavalry, requiring you to obtain 50 unique mounts usable by a single character. Getting 50 unique mounts are extremely easy to do these days, as you can get pretty much all 50 using the trial character trick. There's a way to literally instantly get all of your respective faction mounts. We're talking 47 mounts in about 10 minutes of playtime. The key to this is the class trials. The class trials is supposed to be a way to test out a class before deciding on creating and leveling one. But in reality, it's used to collecting mounts, in my opinion. So if your main character is a human and you want the 12 Pandaren race mounts, simply just create a class trial that is a Pandaren, log in, Hearthstone, send some gold to it from your main character, head to the mount seller in Stormwind if Alliance, and buy the mounts. No need to grind the rep at all, and this works for all races, and also you can add another mount to your collection by creating a Paladin. So that is the easy way to get 50 unique mounts for the Albino Drake very fast. And the next mount on our list is the Proto-drake, which is pretty much famous for being very easy to get. It is a 100% drop chance from a time event boss in the heroic version of the dungeon The Calling of Stratholm. Simply head to the Caverns of Time, set your dungeon difficulty to heroic, and enter the dungeon. Follow the directions of the dungeon, it is pretty straightforward, and you'll have plenty of time as long as you are max level, as everything will get one shot by you. When you have completed most of the dungeon, you want to head left just before the room of the last boss, and here you'll find a bonus boss, the Infinite Corruptor. As long as you completed the dungeon fast enough, kill the guy and loot your reins of the Proto-drake. Moving on to the next mount, we have the Smoldering Ember Wyrm. This can be found in the Legion version of Karazhan. It drops from a secret boss with a plus 20% drop chance for each person in the group. This means that if you go in solo, you have a 20% drop chance. If you go in as 2 people, you'll have a 40% drop chance, and that is to get 1 mount, and so on. So if you're 3, 60, 4, it's 80%, and full group, it's 100% drop chance for 1 mount. To unlock the boss, you have to click 5 crystals inside Karazhan within a timer, and then head to the spawn location. I'll let this clip run out so you can see my exact route and where to find the crystals and the boss. Feel free to skip to the next timestamp if you're not doing the mount right now. Next up, we have the Icebound Frostbrood Vanquisher and the Bloodbath Frostbrood Vanquisher from the Glory of the Ice Crown Raider. This achievement is extremely easy and can be done solo as long as your class has some sort of healing for the heal boss. To get the achievements, pretty much all bosses should just be one shot except for 3, and I'll quickly explain what to do on those. For the achievement on the second boss in the raid, simply aggro it without dealing any damage. AFK for 4 minutes and 4 minutes only to give time for some mobs to spawn. Don't kill any of the ads that has spawned, and single target only to kill the boss after the 4 minutes have passed, and that should give you the achievement every time. The next boss that is simply not a one-shot is Blood Queen Lanathel. You'll have to kill her twice in total, once without being bitten and once while being bitten. So, if you've cleared the raid before at any point, look at your achievement progress to check whether you've been bitten or not. To kill it without being bitten, simply one-shot her, and to kill her while being bitten, simply engage her without doing any damage. Wait for 20 seconds for her to bite you, and then just kill her. Belithria is the heal boss, simply just one-shot heal this guy. And lastly, for the Lich King, I recommend doing this on normal, by the way. Simply AFK here by the throne for 4 minutes and 10 seconds, and then one-shot him. And remember, the rest of the boss achievements you get by simply running in and one-shotting the bosses. Next up, we have the Rusted Proto-drake and the Ironbound Proto-drake from the Glory of the Ulduar Raider. This achievement is also very easy, and just like ICC, most of the bosses' achievements can simply be earned by one-shotting them or doing some very simple mechanics. Here's a quick run-through. First of all, I suggest using a character between level 45 and 60, as some bosses require you to get them to below 50% health without killing them, and that can be very hard as a level 70. For the first boss, talk to this guy after entering the raid, then proceed to kill the first boss however you normally would. The Furnace Master is simply a one-shot. For Razor Scales achievement, which is by far the hardest one of these, make sure you unequip all of your gear and you don't have any talents that could possibly deal any random damage to the boss or any mobs. Then simply engage in the fight and be AFK until you have a shitstorm of dwarves that have killed all the NPCs that wanted to help you and are now all attacking you. You want to have like 25 dwarves attacking you, but it's okay if you don't have them all this first time. Then you want to activate the harpoons to bring down the boss. Hit the boss with the most weak-ass noodle attack you can think of to bring him below 50%. He will then enrage and cast a breath attack that will kill all of the dwarves. If you had 25 dwarves on you, you will get the achievement right away. If not, simply track the achievement to see how many you got on this first try. You can then jump off the cliff to reset the encounter and do it all again until you have 25 dwarves killed in total. And this is by far the most time-consuming achievement in here. Moving on to the Deconstructor boss. For this guy, keep your gear off and hit him again with your most weak-ass noodle attack to bring him below 50%. He'll then expose his heart. Simply kill the heart, let him get full HP after the heart is killed, and then you can one-shot him to get the achievement. At the Steelbreaker, simply single target the small guys first and leave the Steelbreaker for last. That's it. And for Kologan, simply destroy his arms with single target abilities before killing his body to get the Disarmed achievement. The boss Hodier is simply a one-shot, and the boss Aurea is simply a one-shot as well, but keep in mind you have to single target her because you are not allowed to kill any of her pets right next to her. So single target kill Aurea. For the Thorim achievement, simply just kill him how you normally would and you'll get the achievement. For the Freya achievement, all you have to do here is simply kill her normally as well, but without killing any trash in the room before you kill her. And for Memoron, simply kill him like you normally would, you'll get the achievement. And for the general, all you have to do is engage the boss, AFK, until a Void Elemental spawns. It's about a couple of minutes, kill it, and then kill the boss, and you'll get the achievement. And lastly, we have Yogg-Saron. As long as you haven't talked to any of the keepers up in the middle room after defeating them, you'll get this achievement once you kill him, and that's it. Then you'll get your 2 new mounts. And that is it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Consider leaving a like and a sub on the way out, or maybe a comment for little Mr. Algorithm. And if you want to support me further, you can become a member of my channel for just $3 a month. As a member, you'll get a weekly and daily to-do list on how to get every new mount coming every new patch in Retail WoW. Anyway, thank you for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye!